Hey guys, this is Jannecke from Wisdom from North. I just interviewed Teal Swan, the one and only, and I had to make a blog about that because it meant so much for me. It was huge. You see, I discovered her in January 2014. Like I told her, it was almost like love at first sight. And she talks a lot about the law of attraction. She's a spiritual teacher for those of you who don't know her. And I thought, okay, this woman talks about the law of attraction. I'm going to attract her into my life and onto my show. So I wrote her an email and I got a rejection. She was too busy. And then I thought to myself, okay, it's going to happen. Just, leave it to the universe. But then I wrote another email 4 months later and I didn't get an answer. But then synchronicities started to happen. They always do. Somebody I know created this Facebook group, Scandinavian Facebook group, and she knew Teal's people. So I said on the group that, I would so love to interview Teal. And she was like, well, I can ask them. And then I got an email all of a sudden from Sardeep, Teal's husband, saying that we can make this happen. So now I just had the interview and I was almost pinching my arm because I've been watching so many of her videos, listening to her teachings, and her teachings has really resonated with me. It felt like coming home. And even though I have a skeptical mind, and I told her that I do, and she was like, yeah, because you have a paradox in your aura. You kind of have a logical side and a very open side at the same time. And I feel that because I'm not perceiving, spirits or all that, but I really am open to the possibility that there is so much more, that actually anything is possible. And I pondered about what to bring up in this interview because with Teal, you can ask anything. Because she has been born with extrasensory abilities. She's a medical intuitive. She communicates with thought forms. And she even explained how it was like being her, how she perceives reality, and that was really interesting. But I thought, okay, what is important here? Yes, it is the law of attraction. That's what she really talks about the most. And for those of you who are not familiar with it, it's about a law in the universe that says that everything we think and feel and have internally is mirrored back at us externally. And we have the power to change our lives. But the trick is that a lot of the times, our subconscious is running the show. I think most of the times, actually. So it has to do becoming aware of what's going on inside of us subconsciously as well, to be able to change our future or present if we don't like what we are attracting. But what I didn't understand was that how does this work with fate and destiny? Because a part of me just wants that to be true. And I've interviewed a lot of people about it, like that we have a plan before we come into this life, that we are supposed to meet, different people so we can learn, or we're supposed to have certain situations happening to us, or that we have a purpose. A soul's plan, kind of like a blueprint. And I was like, how does these fit together, in the same box? And she explained that so well, and so thoroughly that I really got it. We really went deep into this topic. So it was so clear to me. So I really have a strong feeling that it's not going to just mean something to me personally, this interview. It's going to mean a lot to other people as well. And I recommend actually that you watch it several times, because when I watched it again and again, when I edited it, that was difficult to say. I got more and more aha moments, because sometimes the information needs to sink into you before you really get it. And we also talked about Scandinavians and their special purpose. That was very interesting. And we talked about the God concept, what God is, and she calls it source. And how we all are gods. How we all are like rays of the sun, And that means that we can't really judge each other. Because if I judge you, I'm judging myself. And that's huge. Imagine if we learned this in school, learned this from our parents, then I think the world would definitely look different. And so it's really all about going inside, being aware what's going on. What am I feeling right now? What is this all about? My uncle is making me feel angry, is pushing my buttons. It's all about me. It's my buttons. How does it make me feel? Then I can go back to my that feeling, ask myself, where did I first have this feeling? And you can, in a meditative state or in just closing your eyes, you can get back to where did I first have this feeling? And you can then own that feeling and communicate with yourself as a child, and you can change the past because everything happens now, because there's no such thing as time. How that is possible, my mind is not understanding, but it does resonate with me. I feel like it's true. So, wow, I had so many aha moments, and I hope you will have as well. I think I'm going to upload this on Thursday, the 7th of August. And Teal is coming actually to Oslo. I'm so happy about that. And it's such a synchronicity because we got that information at the same time as Sardeep asked me or said that we could do this interview. I realized she's coming to Oslo, so it's just perfect. It's just working out perfectly. And I'm going to be there, and I hope I'll see you there too. And feel free to join the Scandinavian group if you are from Scandinavia. And for all you other guys out there, I really recommend going into and checking out Teal's teachings. And she calls herself the Spiritual Catalyst on YouTube, and you can find her on Facebook as well. And she has wonderful podcasts with her husband, Sardeep, as well. So I really recommend checking it out. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you around. Much light from Oslo.